you want to delve in. So go ahead.
I am so sick of hearing the words tough comparables on earnings calls. It's driving me insane. CFOs of the best companies in the world, I'm speaking particularly of Meta right now, and Sheryl Sandberg getting on and blaming tough comparables. I understand blaming, things you couldn't predict, like a strong dollar rally, which shaved off $1 billion of revenue for Meta this quarter. I understand that. But in my previous job, I dealt a lot with comparables and indexes. And Dave, are you still there? You froze for a second, but I dealt with a lot of indexes and comparables and things like that. And usually when you're talking about indexing, you're talking year over year. You're comparing your sales this year to sales you had last year to the same point, right? So if you get 103% index, that means you're up 3% from last year. You got a 97% index, you're down 3% from last year. I dealt a lot with forecasting and things like that in my previous job, and we would plan out like a remodel, for example, and I would go to my boss and say, hey, I think if we remodel this department, we could add 10% revenue for this area of the store. And then we would do the remodel, and then I would research it, see how it turned out, how we performed and all of that stuff. If we didn't hit that 10%, then I would have to go back and explain why to my boss. And if I tried to say to him, well, we're facing tough comparables because we did really good last year, so that's why we didn't hit, there would be choice words.
Right. I mean,
I could see his dead eyes looking at me in the face like, are you serious right now? So I don't understand why at my level, I'm not the CFO of Meta or Google or Microsoft or any of those. I'm not that. How is it acceptable for them to say, well, last year was so good, so this year we didn't make it? Either your numbers were wrong or you did not execute correctly, because the tough comparable numbers that you were facing against last year, you should have expected that. Go ahead, Dave.